So, my name is Erin Michelle Wilson, and I am recording this because a friend of mine told me that I should record my thoughts and feelings in my journey. I have been diagnosed with both pseudotumor cerebri, which is also called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, and a CSF leak out of my right ear. The leaking started after I had a tube put in my right ear back in November 2017. Ever since that time, I have been leaking fluid daily or nightly out of the right ear. I took a long time for me to be diagnosed. Originally, the doctor I went to said that it was allergies, said that I was fine, that the ear was fine, there was no fluid. But I knew every night if I didn't plug my ear up, I had fluid all over my face, my nightgown, my pillows, my bed, and I knew that that wasn't normal. And so I persisted. I was blessed enough to have a prior trauma nurse sit behind me at my job, and she heard me on the phone with doctors, she heard me on the phone with my family, she heard me complaining, and one day she said to me, "Do you know what this fluid looks like?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Describe it to me." I said, "It's clear. It looks just like water. It doesn't have a smell. It just runs like water." And she shook her head and she said, "CSF." I said, "Well, what is that?" And she said, "Cerebral spinal fluid leak." And I was absolutely floored. For months and months and months, I've been told that I was fine, or I had allergies and it would go away, or all these other things. And I knew that something was wrong, but I had no idea that it could possibly be something that sounded so serious. I immediately went to my primary and got a script for an MRI. I had that done. I got in with the neurologist. He looked at my films and he turned to me and he said, "Yes, I believe that you have a CSF leak, but," it was the but that I wasn't ready for. He said, "But I think you also have pseudotumor cerebri." I had never heard of anything like that in my life. He said that would explain the symptoms that you're having: the dizziness, the headaches, the pulsating tinnitus, the balance issues, and the sight disturbances. Sometimes I can see out of my right eye and sometimes I can't. As you can see, the left eye is much more open and alert than the right eye. And I never know when I'm going to be able to see clearly out of it or not. The neurosurgeon explained that the pseudotumor cerebri was the CSF liquid that surrounds your brain. It's too much of it, and it puts pressure on your brain and gives you the symptoms like you have a brain tumor, even when there is no mass. I was absolutely taken aback by this diagnosis. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting the leak, but not this. When I did some research and found out that it can cause aneurysms, stroke, blindness, brain damage, it was very daunting to me, very scary. I was sent to an ophthalmologist to check my eyes, and after 2.5 hours of testing, she confirmed that I had lost 4 levels of vision in my right eye and that there is swelling on my right optic nerve, which is a prime telltale sign of pseudotumor cerebri. At that point, I was told that I will need surgery, 2 surgeries, one to fix the leak and one to deal with the pressure, putting in a shunt in my brain and having the leads, the tubes run all the way down to my abdomen. I am currently still leaking fluid. I am going through testing for them to make sure that I just have one leak and to pinpoint exactly where it is so they know what approach to use, the best approach. Right now it's a waiting game. Every day I wake up not knowing if I'm going to be able to see out of the right eye, not knowing how bad my headache is going to be, not knowing when my ear will start leaking. Will I be at my desk? Will I be in a meeting and my ears start leaking? It's quite embarrassing. I have run the gamut of emotions, from being angry at the doctors that never told me that this was even a possibility, to being sad and crying. And now I think that I am just in a place of what is the next step. I'm a woman. Of course, I wonder about, my hair and all of that. And I know those things are replaceable, but they're thoughts that go through your head. Am I going to lose half my hair? Are they going to have to shave it all off? Will it grow back? Will people be able to see the shunt? Will the shunt hurt after surgery? There are so many questions. I'm very blessed to have a wonderful support system. My family is there for me all the time. They go to doctor's appointments with me. They check up on me. I have friends that come to visit now that I'm very limited in driving due to my sight. They come and visit me. They listen to me vent. They check up on me. And I know that I am so incredibly lucky and blessed to have them. I am hoping that I'm nearing the end of the find out phase of my journey and entering the fixing it phase. But I guess we'll see.